All right, and as we already said, I was gonna ask once you get signed up as a so you signed up as you didn't get signed up as the independent contractor, which you could. You signed up under your friend's call center, right?
Right.
Okay. And in your mind, like, did it ever cross your mind to work for yourself instead of like going to work for your friend? Or it's just
After a moment, after I had got signed on for a while, and I started just listening to other people say that they were their own IBO, I was kind of like, well, I wonder.
mm-hmm.
But again, I was still just fresh getting out into,
Right.
working at home. So I didn't really just look further into it.
Right. Yeah, I understand that too. All right. Oh, and just like I know that there's a lot of videos on YouTube related to the IBOs trying to get people to work under their call center, and then there's other videos about how to get signed up as your own IBO. So we just gonna take like a quick 1 minute to describe or let them know what like working. So working as an independent contractor, which when you're onboarding for Arise, that just means that you're signing up under your own social security number. There won't be a IBO or independent business owner to assist you with getting onboarded. It will just be yourself. Like there'll be like you'll be paid directly from Arise. There's no
Mhm.
middle person.
Right.
Under IBO, the IBO that's over the call center or the owner of the business. In order to sign up as an IBO, you have to have a LLC corporation. I don't think you could do a sole proprietorship, but you have to have like a business entity, a business name. You also have to have a tax identification number
Mhm. Mhm.
to get signed up as that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and it's not much of a process. It's just kind of the same as signing up under yourself or even signing up with the IBO. It's like the same documentation. You just need an EIN number and a business bank account. The bank account has to match. The bank account has to match the name of your business. Yeah. So that's the like it's not a big deal. I know like some people think uh opening or forming a business legally with paperwork, it takes 10 minutes max. It's not that. I used to think it was crazy too, but it's not. And if anybody want help, please feel free to email me or whatever, because I love giving out free game. So
There you go.
yeah. All right, so that's the difference between an IBO and an independent contractor. Well, working under an IBO. So um Christy went under her friend's IBO, which means she was working under her friend's call center, which means her friend had a business and her friend was getting paid by was getting paid for Christy's work through Arise, and then the friend paid Christy,
Right.
right? Okay.
Right.
All
Right.
right. So, all right, so cool. So that sounds like um that. Now it's time. It's time for you to pick an opportunity, and that's when we're gonna go back to what we was discussing earlier. So you get signed up with your friend, as you said, she helped you along the way. Now it's time to pick an opportunity. So you said you picked the roadside assistance company because of the hours, right?
Right.
All right. And how was like training? Like how did you have to pay for your class? Like you had to pay, right?
We There was a fee for the class, but my IBO paid for the class for me.
Really? You know what's crazy? All up and through the YouTube streets, right? They say don't pay for your. So that was a kind gesture. That was cool because I would, but she probably trusted your work ethic. That's what that was. Because nobody. That's like it's not like you're not supposed to, but nobody does it with fear of the person not finishing it and you lose your investment.
Well,
So she believed in you like a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I would never.
and yeah, and need the friend or
I'm
just
like,
being
no,
honest,
no,
just being
being
honest,
honest, exactly, because
being
that's like
honest.
people be lazy. I'm lazy, so I'm like,
Right? Look, I wanted to work from home,
hmm
and that's not cracked out as cool as you would think it is.
yeah, it's really crazy. We about to get
It's
into it.
I know it. I know it.
We almost there. So all right, so you selected the roadside assistance. So
Right.
how was that like? Tell us like that about that experience, and tell us like how you train, what we trained on, and stuff like that.
Training was cool.
Mhm.
I enjoyed training. I
Mhm.
met some cool people in training.
We met in
Um,
training.
right. Hey,
Yeah.
So, hey, Miss, I don't know if I can call their name, but, I,
Oh yeah. Now we'll leave them out. The people.
you
Oh,
know,
I love the coaches. Like yo, for real, I love the instructors. That's what I meant.
I loved the instructor.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, not like, I mean, I love the instructor. He was cool. He
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
really
me too.
cool. He was kind of laid back and chilled. And he was thorough if you would ask him. You just got to speak up and can't be shy because you are actually going to have to do the work. So you have to learn it.
Right.
So ask the questions that you need to ask.
And
And
get what you need to get.
right. So I enjoyed it. And we had plenty of time to role play and things like that. So I enjoyed it. Now, um, some people were harsh instructors that
Mhm.
made you feel like trash
Mhm.
sometimes. Being honest, if
Right.
I can,
Mhm.
so might think some people, and I'm not saying for them to be lenient, but again, you don't, and I guess that is testing everything because you don't know how someone is, how they are in their headspace.
Right.
And
Yes.
so you have to be mindful of your words and your actions on how you reprimand or you teach someone, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, I know
But
exactly what
I
you mean.
just feel like that could have been a little bit more considerate in areas. But hey.
And I know exactly what you mean. And we are omitting the names of instructors as well as like the IBO or our classmates. We're not saying anybody's names, but in regards to that, like I understand exactly what you're talking about. It was like a female instructor. I liked her because I like tough love. I don't know why, but that's how I am. Like in general, like but not in a way of teaching somebody because I know how
Right,
delicate I am, like with my feelings.
right.
So
And then
I
also
can't.
with being shy,
Yes. Yeah.
as you have mentioned.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to get people out of their comfort zone, or you have to give them that shock that, hey, when you're in a live call, you may get this situation. But I
Right.
just don't feel like every time you should have been that way.
Right.
Or maybe the first time.
Right.
Because from like jump, when she first came in there with us, it was like harsh. And so we had our,
Guards up.
yeah,
Like yeah.
and so I just feel like maybe the first time you shouldn't have been, so tough. Then
Right.
maybe we could have eased into that.
Like it would have been less intimidation when this
Right,
person was in the classroom, basically.
right. Because no
Yes.
one ever wanted to go, really,
Yeah.
except for the few people of us that wasn't scared to go.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I understand that.
that's how I feel like more people would be apt to, okay, hey, I want to volunteer because I want to learn. But if you have that, oh, she's going to just make it
Scream
hard for
on
me
me.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, then make me feel like I'm less than or I'm not capable of
Right.
learning this, then I don't want to go. It's
Right.
like you said, intimidation, that fear
Right.
factor.
Yeah, and nobody likes that. Give me one sec, okay?
Okay.
That's Tori on that Fortnite. Sorry. But nah, I definitely understand and um like we had a discussion about this once because we both said like nobody can learn in that type of environment where you
Right.
feel that way. So that could have stunted a lot of people.
Right.
And we had the classroom setting, which was like a Zoom meeting. It wasn't any cameras. And they had like what was it, like screen shares they'll put up, and we'll discuss
Right.
our reading from the online module. We had like an online module, and the online module had like the questions, like what was it like? Go,
Like it was kind of
like
as like a
online school.
yeah. You
Yeah,
you